Welcome to a glimpse of the 2020 Kellogg Light Online program. This involves seminars led by national experts in areas such as co-requisite courses, technology and higher education, adult and developmental theory, universal design, and working with diverse student populations. For more information on the 2021 Kellogg Institute programs, contact Director Dr. Wes Anthony.
My objectives and purposes for you being here today include the fact that participants will be able, at the end of this presentation, to understand the principles of a student-ready college. At the end of this presentation, participants will be able to gather data for a transfer-focused equity audit. Participants will be able to complete an equity audit called the Equity Scorecard. And participants will be able to analyze preliminary scorecard data and create an action exploration plan. The objectives for our module thus link to your ability to act or enact your identity as a developmental educator in ways that embody a social justice stance towards your role in higher education.
We'll examine the trend of co-requisite developmental education. We'll examine the characteristics of the proven co-requisite model. Yes, there's only one that we know of. We'll discuss these items in the context of your programs and in the spirit of improvement. We'll examine the research on co-requisite developmental education, and we'll discuss best practices in instruction and accountability.
But it's the difference between equality, equity, and accessibility. Equality, of course, everybody just gets the same size box. Equity, they give each student the size box that's best suited to them. But accessibility just means everybody can use it. They've removed the barrier and everyone can watch the game without having to have any accommodations.
Reasons for technology. Colleges and universities in the United States are increasingly integrating technology into developmental education programs, which are designed to bring underprepared students up to the college level.
We need to remember that our job is not to make them better, it's meant to make them better, but our job is only to put them on an equal footing with those people who didn't have to test in to developmental education. Sometimes I think people have the perception that our job is to get them past the college level. That's not what we do.
You know, technology is the great equalizer.
Yes, it is.
Now, once we're in a class, what are some of the students' services that actually engage students? We want to build a community among our students. We want to make sure that our students still feel like they're part of a class. And I've been teaching distance learning since the early 90s and have been teaching online since the late 90s, long before there was a lot of universal technology. And the number one thing, once I got the accessibility down, for me was but this is for when I was first starting to teach, how do I build community?
But student-led inquiry, which you allow students, you have to be the guide on the side again. You have to allow students a space to discuss things like, one thing I've found that's helpful is discuss their identity and how they relate to their own identity without making them feel stigmatized, reduced to labels, or wrong for their judgment and opinions.
And this is how we build community as well. We have to build a classroom community where everyone feels safe to express their opinions, build their skills,
and be who they are.
Yes, it's vital.
But in any college or university setting, we have colleagues and friends and offices full of people who want to help, are willing to help, and who, working together, can give our students the support that's necessary to fulfill their aspirations. It's why I continue to advocate for collaboration and integration in this business. It's why I think that it takes a campus and a community to provide for our least advantaged students until such time as they can provide for themselves. And given enough time and support, they will learn to provide for themselves.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wes Anthony, Director of the Kellogg Institute at beautiful Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina, in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains. We hope you've enjoyed this glimpse at the inaugural Kellogg Institute Light program. For 2021, we will be back on campus at Appalachian State for the Living Learning on Campus Kellogg Institute, as well as the second edition of the Kellogg Institute Light recording series. Something else great that will happen in 2021 is the return of the Advanced Kellogg Institute, where we will delve into the new normal in higher education. Come see us in Boone.